jump into the problem. So what does the problem says? Basically, you are given all the prices of a stock on some days, and you have to buy a stock, and then you have to sell a stock, and the goal is to optimize the profit. Just remember, you can just do one transaction in this question. If you are allowed to do multiple transaction, then it's a different question. I'll be posting those videos too. But for this question, what do you think? How should we approach the problem? So basically, I would say let's try to check all the combinations, right? Let's try to sell on this day. Let's try to sell on this day. Let's try to sell on this day, this day, right? When I'm selling on day this on the on this day, I'll try to see when should I buy. So I have to buy before, right? So if I buy here, I'll be buying at the cost of 7. I'll be selling at the cost of 1. So my profit would be minus 6. So it doesn't make sense to do that transaction, right? We should only do that transaction if we are earning something, if the profit is positive. When I'm here, I'll try to sell on this day when the price is 5, and I'll try to buy the stock before this day. I can buy on this day, I can buy on this day. But when I buy on this day, I'll be buying with the price 5 and I'll be selling with the price 5. So my profit would be 4, right? And I'll have one max profit. So I'll keep on updating it. So now, right now, the max profit, let's say initially it was 0, but now I'll just replace my profit with the max profit, right? Then I'll try to sell on the same day, but I'll try to buy on 7th. But my profit would be negative as it would be 5 minus 7, which would be minus 2, so it doesn't make sense, right? Then I'll try to sell on 3rd on this day. When I'm selling on this day, I'll try to buy the stock before. Either I could buy on this day when the price is 7, when the price is 1, when the price is 5. So ideally, it makes sense to buy on this day so that my profit is 2, but I'll not update my max profit because my max profit is already 4. Then I'll go to this day and I'll try to sell on the day when the price is 6. Then I'll try to check which day makes more sense to buy. Either I can buy on this day, this day, this day, this day, and I'll just keep on updating my profit. If you notice, when I buy on this day and I sell on this day, my profit would be 6 minus 1, which would be 5. And now this 5 is greater than the max profit, so I'll just update my max profit. And if you notice, there is no better transaction that can happen if I buy on this day and if I sell on this day, the profit would be 5. So if you notice, what I'll be doing is I'll be doing all the combinations. I'll try to sell on a day, but I'll try to check what will be the profit if I buy each day before this day, right? I'll check all the combinations. So basically, I'll be running a loop from I is equal to 0. I can ignore the first day, right? Because on the first day, if I sell on first day, that's not possible because I have to buy before, and right now there is no such option. So what I'll do is buy. I'll just run the loop from I is equal to 1 to n minus 1, and so this is my selling day, right? So my selling cost would be whatever the price is on this day. I Then I'll run another loop from j equal to I minus 1, and it would be greater than equal to 0. Then and this loop will give me the buying cost. All right, this loop will give me the buying cost. Okay, so now if you notice, my profit from this transaction would be whatever I'm selling it for minus what I'm buying, right? So this will give me the profit if I sell on this day and if I buy on this day, right? So now I'll be having a max profit. So what I'll do is when I'm doing this transaction, I'll just have update my max profit, okay? And basically it will be just math.max of max profit and my current profit, which is this one, okay? Initially, I could just initialize max profit to 0. So if you notice, what will be the time complexity of this problem? I'm running two loops here and here. So the time complexity would be O of n square. The space complexity would be O of 1 as I'm not using any extra space. But this complexity and this solution will give us a timeout on Leetcode. Why? Because for Leetcode, the constraints are these constraints. As a rule of thumb, if the price's length is 10 to the power 5, so it means I have to get to an algorithm which is either O of n or O of n log n, right? Only then the solution will pass. So what I can do better here? So what I'll try to do is I'll just write the same test case here and I'll try to give you the intuition for a better solution, right? So if you notice, when I'm selling here on this day, what I'm trying to see is which other day before I could buy so that I can sell at 5. So what do you think, when should I buy? I should buy the day at which the price is the minimum, right? Similarly, when I'm at 3, I should buy before on the day at which the price is minimum, which is again 1. Similarly, when I am at 6, I'm selling at 6, I should buy before on the day when the price is minimum, which is again 1. And then again, when I'm at 4, I should buy before on the day when the price is minimum, which is again 1. So you notice, whenever I'm trying to sell the stock, right, at any index B at 3, let's say, I should be buying that stock before when the price is minimum. So in one way or the other, it's like a greedy way, right? When I'm selling here, I should just buy on the day at which the price is minimum before. So if somehow I keep track of minimum, then I'll be able to generate the maximum profit on this day, right? So I'll just write the code. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, let's say I want to start selling from the first day all the way to n minus 1, right? So the current selling selling cost would be nums of I. I'll just create a another variable which is min price so far. Okay. Initially, this min price would be nums 0. Okay. I'll just try to check what is the maximum profit here, right? Or the other way, I'll just say what's the profit I could get if I do this transaction, current transaction by selling on this day, right? So the profit would be selling cost minus min price so far, which is basically whatever the price I have seen before, which is the minimum. And then I'll just update my max profit variable here. Okay. So it would be simply max of max profit, comma, profit. Okay. So, and by the time I'm going from left to right, I have to update my min price so far. So let's say for the next iterations, I'll just update my min price so far equal to, so this is basically the minimum price, right? So it would be the min of min price so far, comma, whatever is the current price here. Okay. So in this way, you will be running just a single loop and you will be tracking the minimum price for a stock where you can buy. Okay. So the time complexity here would be O of n as you are just running a single loop, and the space complexity would be O of 1 as you are not using any extra space. Now I'll try to show you this code uh, on the Leetcode website. Okay. So if you notice, I'll be just using the same approach which I used earlier. So I'm been given the prices here. So I'll just create one variable min price so far. Initially it will be uh, the first index. I'll have int max profit initialized to 0 because if all the prices are less or in decreasing order, it doesn't make sense to do any transaction. I could just not do any transaction and still earn max profit, right? So from the first day, I'll try to go all the way to the end, and I'll try to check what's the what's the current profit. So the current profit would be if I sell on this day, right? And if I just subtract min price of or whatever I seen, this is the price on which for which I bought the stock, right? And this is the selling price for which I'm selling the stock. So this will be the current profit. I'll just update my max profit here, all right? So if this profit is better than max profit, so I'll just replace it. And there is one thing I have to update min price so far, right? Now this price could be used for buying some other day if this current price is the minimum price, right? So I'll just update the min price so far to the math.min price so far. Okay. So now I can just return the max profit and it should work if there are no issues. Let me just check. Okay. I'll just try to submit and see if it passes. Yeah, it works. So this is the solution for this one. I hope you guys understood the problem and the solution. Please subscribe to my channel if you like this video. I'll be posting more such videos related to code and capital. Uh, Thank you so much, guys.